Hello friends, welcome back to my channel MakeEasyCode. This is episode 2 of DSA Made Simple, and today we are solving one more classic problem. Problem is find a smallest element in the array, and the statements as given below. You are given an array of integers. Your task is to find and return the smallest or minimum element in the array. So it is simple but important concept you will learn to use in bigger problem. So let's break it down step by step. First, let's walk through the sample input output to make this clear. Here input 1 has given array of 3, 2, 5, 1, 9, and by iterating this array we can analyze 1 is the smallest element among all the element in this given array. Similarly, in the input 2 the elements are given -5, -3, -10, -2, and by iterating or analyzing we can say output will be -10 because -10 is the smallest of among all the element. Now let's talk about the approach. To solve this problem we can follow this approach. If the array is empty then we can return none or it will raise an error. After that we have to initialize a variable, say minimum element, with the use of first element of the array, and we will use a for loop to visit all element in the array by dating. And after that we'll use a condition if current element is smaller than minimum element, then we will update the minimum element as a current element. Means if as we like here we have taken initialize index 0 is 3, and we'll compare with each of the element. If we'll compare with 3 with 2, we can see that 2 is the smaller than 3. So now 2 is the minimum element. So same thing, we'll use the same condition we'll use in this step. At the end, like after iterating all the elements, we return the final element as a min element. Here I've written the Python code. As I already said the first video, I'll be using Python code in this series, and you can write code as per your convenient. Whatever the language you preferred, you can write the code in this language. First we'll understand this code, then we'll do a quick dry run. So we have defined the find min element of array, then we have taken care of the edge case, like if the array is empty then it's written as a none. Now and the next step I have used initialize the array of 0. Array of 0 is nothing but as index 0, it is 3. I have initialized index 0 as a minimum element. After that we use the for loop to iterate or visit all the element is given in the array, and after that we have taken a condition like if element is a given if element, if all the element is less than min element, if element, suppose the element is index 1, if index 1 is less than min element, uh, as we clearly see here, we initialize the array of 0 is min element. If we'll compare index 1 with index 0, so we can clearly see index 1 is smaller than index 3, so it will be, so now the minimum element will be the element, means the minimum element will be updated as the index 1, this is nothing but 2. So likewise we'll iterate all the element and it will be written the min element. Here we can say by analyzing code we can say the time and space capacity will be like big of n and big of 1. Big of n because we are iterating each of the element, like suppose the elements are n number of elements, so it's iterating n numbers, so that's what's given big of n. And space capacity is big of 1 because it is constant, we are not taking any extra space here. Let's see the dry run here. So I have taken minimum element as a 3, means I have initialized the minimum element as 3, means error 0 index is 3. Now I'll compare 3 with 2, 3 with 2. So here you can say 2 is just smaller than 3, so it updated to 2. I mean the min element now is 2. Okay, so again the I'll compare 2 with 5. So here you can say 5 is not smaller than 2. So no decimal I have written, and in the min element it will be still 2. There will be no change. Again, I'll compare 2 with 1. 2 with 1. Okay, so 1 is similar. So I updated the min element equal to 1. Now again I'll compare 1 with 9. 1 with 9 means index 3 with index 4. So here we can clearly say 9 is the, not smaller than 1. So given not smaller, and in the output, I mean in the min element will no change. So it will return 1 as a output, you can say. So hope you understand this code, and for better understanding, we'll the same code will use in the lead code and try to understand in a better way. So let's go into lead. Here I'll write the code again to check whether we're getting expected output or not. So let's write the code. So I'll just give the function name here, find min element up array. Now we'll cover the edge case here, like if not array, then I'll return none here. After that, the program. Yeah, so we are getting the expected output with this input. We can validate the input with other element as well. Let's modify this input and we'll check whether we're getting again the expected output or not. So here I can change 2 with 1 and let's check. Yes, so we can say this code is working fine and we're getting the minimum element as 1. So we'll do a final recap and I'll check what are the steps we have done for this program. So we have learned how to find the smallest element in an array using a simple loop and comparison. And we have covered the approach, like how you approach this to solve this code, and the code also you have written in that lead code, and the complexity also I have explained. And you can say this is basic yet a powerful pattern that helps in many upcoming DSA problems. So keep practice to get comfortable with arrays. And if this made sense, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel MakeEasyCode for more easy DSA videos. And our next video will be find the sum of all element in an array. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you.